Hi friend, I'm Dani Walker. Welcome to my channel. Today's episode is about the Miss Universe Thailand 2021 swimsuit competition. If you love to see content like this, then don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification so that you know when I release new episodes just like this one every week. Friends, you're gonna have to help me out here. I'm slightly confused because last year they did a swimsuit show very similar to this one at a hotel, beautiful location. I loved it. We got to see all the contestants, but that wasn't actually the preliminary swimsuit competition. The light just went out. We don't have a light. Maybe it'll come back to us. Last year they did a show like this and I thought it was truly the preliminary swimsuit competition, but then no, it wasn't. The preliminary swimsuit competition was on stage. So are we seeing the same thing happening? Are there awards that are being given out for this one? Please let me know so I too can be in the loop with you on this. Now, aside from that, let's talk about this show, the production. Oh my gosh, I think it was unique to shoot this at night and no easy task to be able to light this well so that the contestants can look great. I loved that they grouped the contestants so you would get to see 5 at a time, shot in there was some sort of a set with a spotlight on them. They all looked beautiful, and then we actually got to see each of them go one by one. I greatly appreciate the creativity it takes to coordinate this. And also let's talk about the camera angles. We got to see each of the contestants walk forward halfway down this runway outside. Then she stopped for a slow-mo pose. Then she kept going. And then when she hit the end of the runway, we got to see another slow-mo pose. And then a completely different shot of each contestant on this red backdrop with a carousel behind, with great lighting, slow-mo shots, looked amazing. Then the contestants did an entire walk back to where they started, at which point then they turned around one last time and looked at you. So we got to see every angle of the contestants, and it was beautiful. The light is back. In no particular order, I'm going to share with you the contestants that stood out to me for this. This could definitely change, especially when we see them during gown, but this is a better assessment, I think, than my preview day episode, but you can check that out as well. Number 10, the side profile shot did it for me. I think that some of the walk was getting to a point where it was overdone. I didn't think that she needed to do that much for this performance, but regardless of that, it's like, her face just speaks for itself. Number 22, I felt like she was the Latina. I don't know if you guys saw that as well, but that was my first thought when I saw her. I thought that the beginning half of the walk, up until she did that first slow-mo pose, was a little bit overdone. Maybe she had too much energy in the opening of it, but when she pulled back, the walk got even better and I liked the performance even more. Contestant number 2. She is so beautiful. For the preview day video, for me, she was right on the edge. I was like, oh, do I put her in that top 10? I didn't for the preview day for whatever reason, but here she's coming in strong. She's gorgeous, love her, loving this performance. I feel like she's at least making semifinals, the very least. If you are competing in a pageant, remember it's not just about a fierce walk on stage. If you have a great walk and you don't have the interview and public speaking skills, then the walk is not going to save you during a competition. Remember that. So if you need help developing your personal brand so that you know what's most important about you to share with the judges in an interview, then you want to check out Rehearsed to Relatable. Details are in the description below. Number 29 is one of my ultra faves. I can see her in a top 5 if her interview goes well and she can speak on stage in public. That's also important. I'm not discounting that. I don't love the half up hairstyle with the curls. I hope she changes that for other competitions. I do like the hair up. I'd actually just rather like to see it in a ponytail pulled back. It does wonders for her cheekbones. When you get to see her profile, it looked great. I think that she is so gorgeous and she was working that runway, and I cannot wait to see what she brings for gown. I want to see how she works in a gown. Number 17, I love the energy she brings. I don't know if this makes sense when I say it out loud, but I can feel her in my heart when I see her walk. Do you experience that as well? Also, I really love her chopped ponytail. I don't know if you noticed that, but it had this really blunt cut at the end. And ladies, you know that's not really possible. You can't just have a ponytail that looks like that. And it was just a unique styling choice that I liked. Number 9 is very beautiful, and what I like is that you can tell how confident she is in herself. I would say though that the transitions when she's doing things like moving hair could be polished a little bit more for a final show. Number 24 is beautiful, but as she walked, the right hand was distracting me. I'm hoping that she was moving it the way that she did just because there was that sash on the shoulder of the swimsuit, and maybe that was irritating her in some way or catching her attention. I would like to see that go away for a final show, but I tried to just not focus on that, and I still was able to appreciate the performance and her little wink at the end. Number 12, I like her, but I was on the edge. So this is a contestant where if I was judging the competition, I would give her a high middle score so that if she did very well in interview and if she had a great gown performance, then she would be able to move on to a semifinal where then she could be rescored and be reassessed with more of a clean slate. Number 23 did not come to play. I love her piercing eye contact with the camera. Wow is what I had to say when I saw her pose on the red backdrop. In that moment, I felt like Tyra Banks would say, "And this is your best look." You can tell that she is really bringing it and she is really fighting for that crown. I could see her in a top 5. Contestant number 1, what a great start to the show. This was so interesting to me because last year I thought that, I can't remember who contestant number 1 was, but I also thought that she created a strong opening for the show, set the tone, and this, no different. Really beautiful, great performance, one of my favorites. Number 5 is really beautiful. I think that she needs to work her angles a little bit more when she's standing still. That takes some time, but she looks great smiling or serious, which isn't something that everyone looks great in, and also I loved her hair styled pulled back for this. Great choice. Number 13, that face. I think she is just so gorgeous. For me, that's undeniable. I am curious though how she looks smiling because I feel like we always see a fierce face, so I really need to see her smile. Number 20, I loved her opening smile. We did not see that from a lot of contestants. I think she has such a great smiling face, so really I'd like to see that a lot more from her. Number 27, I don't know what it is, but there was a moment in her performance that she reminded me of Devon or Devon Aoki. She's a model that was really popular in the 2000s, and I still see her from time to time during ad campaigns, but she's a beautiful model, and when she did this over-the-shoulder look and smiled, I was like, girl, that is your look. Like, that is your face on this stage, and it just looked great. It looked great. I hope she utilizes that look during prelims and finals. I'm so curious, who are your favorites for this competition? I know that I'm already seeing a few that are really starting to stand out to me, and I cannot wait to see them during the rest of the competition, but let me know who you're cheering for, and remember to keep those comments kind. Thank you so much to each of you who helped this channel to reach 80,000 recently. Oh my gosh, you guys, wow! You're literally like, you're amazing. So thank you so much for sharing about the channel. I really appreciate that. It helps it so much. If you enjoy watching these episodes, please share them with your friends as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode, and I really hope that you're gonna come back for lots more.